Alrighty, hello everybody, welcome back to some more LEGO Marvel Superheroes. This one is going to be for Sand Central Station free play. This is level 1 free play, so finally we are in the main free play. We've done a couple Deadpool missions and did some free plays there, but this is the main free play. We're now covering all 15 levels, the main missions in free play. You'll notice a couple things here. We are going to be grabbing the 10 Minikits and the Stan Lee in Peril. Over there on the left, it's important to note you will need Sandman for this one. If you don't have him, just purchase him for 170,000 studs from your character grid. Also 70,000 for True Believer, but as you can see we have an 80 times multiplier because we've racked up some stud multipliers from a couple of the Deadpool missions. But anyways, on the map it is the Sandcastle icon, is going to be Sand Central Station's level icon, so select that and make sure you select free play or else you're going to have to play the story over again, which, I mean, you can just exit straight out of the level if you do accidentally do that and then just come back. And in free play, and it's important to note you will need free play because, well, we're going to get it started straight away with something where you need a free play character for. So, our first collectible of this main free play here on the left side of this bridge here. If you look kind of up and to the left, you'll notice a cracked wall, some sort of billboard there with a cracked wall on it. So, we're going to use Thor to throw his hammer up at it because usually you can kind of hit it when they're on the ground, but when they're kind of got some elevation and they're up in the air, you have to throw Thor's hammer at it. So just do that, and then the Minikit will appear, fly up, and collect it. Then for the second Minikit over here to the left of the bridge, you'll notice an electric generator there. You'll have to drop down to the main road here. Then charge up the electric generator with Thor, Storm, Doctor Doom would work as well. And, you know, we've just got all the story characters and then only the extra ones that we had to grab. But, you might have a bunch of other characters, and if you do, feel free to use them as well. But then we're going to go ahead and pull on the grapple plugs with Spider-Man once we've used our sensibility to detect them, and then that'll actually open up that small little comic book store which has the Minikit inside it. So now that we've got those two Minikits, we're actually going to have to complete a little bit of story because this area is a little bit interesting because you'll notice kind of this massive sand cloud kind of creating a bit of a barrier here where that bus is, but once we pull it away with Hulk there, you'll notice that it actually disappears. If you haven't gotten rid of that sand cloud, you won't actually be able to proceed further in the level, so if you try to go down onto the kind of road here and try to go to the back of it, you can't, it'll stop you. So just get rid of that bus, don't go to the truck in the back or else you may accidentally trigger the end of this area. But anyways, we're going to drop down onto the right road, and then at the back, you'll notice a mailbox, so smash it. Then, over on the left road, at the back of it, is the second mailbox, and then the third one, we're going to double back all the way to the kind of beginning of the area here. You'll notice that third mailbox destroyed, and that is going to get us our third Minikit, so we're already making pretty good ground with this one. Then, we're going to move straight over to the fourth Minikit, so over here on the right-hand side of the bridge, kind of in the front right hand side of the area, you'll notice a dig pile, and in it is some sort of moped. Looks like a pizza moped, so we'll go ahead and use Wolverine. You can use Beast as well to dig it up, and again, we're just going to be recommending or kind of mentioning characters that we grab from story, but again, you might have a bunch of other characters with the dig ability at your disposal that you can use, but for us, we've just got Wolverine and Beast, and really just all the story characters. But anyways, hop in the moped, and then we're going to make our way all the way to the back here where this pizza, little pizza shop is, and you'll notice two little fences with pizza icons on them. Park the moped between those two fences, and then the Minikit will appear. So that's going to do it for all the collectibles for this first little area. Now what we're going to do is we're going to complete the rest of the story, so we just have to blow up that silver piece of the truck there, then we'll build up the parts into a strength end, or we'll pull on that as Hulk. Now we have got all the story stuff sped up quite a bit because we've already done story videos for all the levels, so you know you can just refer back to those if you need, and we haven't got them sped up too much that it's kind of crazy. We've just got it sped up just enough so you can still understand what's going on, but just so we're not, you know, spending too much time with it all. But yeah, we're just getting through the level here a little bit more. Once we throw Abomination through here, we are going to get into the next area. Now you may have noticed also we are going to be removing all the cutscenes because, to be honest, we showed all those in our story. There's no need to show them again here in free play. But anyways, once we get into this second area, or this new area, we're going to make our way up over onto this high left balcony, just fly up onto it, and then you'll notice a couple vending machines there, blow them up, and that will actually freeze Stan Lee in Peril, so that is very nice. Then we're going to move swiftly onto Minikit 5 straight away here. You'll notice a little gold anchor there holding up this gold cage there, so melt it with your heat ray. We're going to use Iron Man Mark 42, and to be honest, he's probably going to be our favorite character for this entire free play, because he's got the rockets and then also the laser beam as well. But then the cage will drop onto the ground, smash open, so we can pick up the Minikit. And now we're actually halfway with the Minikits, plus we've got Stan Lee in Peril, so we're actually already halfway through the collectibles. But as you can see, we are not quite halfway through this video, because there is quite a bit of story stuff we have to do. But yeah, I don't know, I might speed some of the story stuff up a little bit more, just to kind of, so we can quickly get through these a bit more. But you know, it's kind of like the first level, we might kind of need to explain a couple things, and you know, there is a point where I could speed it up too much, and then, yeah, but anyways, maybe I could speed it up a little bit more, but you know, it's pretty fast already, and yeah, well, I know also, especially some of these next levels, there's a lot of story stuff in them, so you know, we might speed it up even more, but we'll deal with that when we do. But anyways, we're just going to continue making our way further through this level, just taking out some enemies, and then this section, you'll notice a little silver globe up there, so we're going to fly up there and blow it up. But something I will mention is when we do have bits of downtime where we're just getting through story, we will have video links in the description where you can fast forward to all 10 Minikits and the Stan Lee Peril, or whatever collectibles it is for a certain level. You know, if it is the Deadpool missions, it is obviously the character token, the red brick, and the Stan Lee Peril, but for these main levels, it's just going to be 10 Minikits and Stan Lee. So, not quite like Harry Potter, which had like character tokens, the house crests, and the student in Peril. This one is just a little bit more simple with just Minikits and Stan Lee. But anyways, here we go. Next collectible, Minikit 6 here, over on the right-hand side of the area with the silver globe. Go ahead and use anyone with this sensibility. We used Wolverine there to detect a little gold panel. Then we'll melt it with the heat ray again. And then that's actually going to reveal a little sand pit here. So this is what Sandman is going to be useful. It's a little sand pit with like a little green bucket and like spade. So go ahead and use Sandman, and he'll bury himself in to the sand, and he'll kind of form into some sort of something. This time it was a little like excavator there, which dug out the Minikit over there from the sand mound over there on the right. Then we're going to make our way a little bit further into the level where Sandman is going to make this massive sand castle, literally a sand castle, with the cannons on it shooting sand cannons. But anyways, most importantly, before we do deal with that castle, we're actually going to head over here to the kind of middle left side and melt that gold wall by carving out the square, and then that's actually going to reveal some parts which we can build into a little box, but unfortunately that doesn't do much for us. We just blow it up, and then we realize here in that little cubby hole, used a claw switch with Wolverine or again Beast will work. And then over here on the left, you'll notice some you'll notice just somebody in there behind that glass with a little question mark above their head. So we'll take control of the unsuspecting person behind the glass there. You can use Jean Grey for that, or I think Loki as well will work. And then just pick up the Minikit there. And then we're just going to finish out this area by blowing up that silver scaffolding on the right, and then we'll build up this anvil, which we'll pick up with the Hulk and throw it at that crack wall in the back. And then that'll destroy his castle, and then take us swiftly into the final area of the level, which has the last 3 Minikits, but also has a lot of story elements as well. But anyways, here, most importantly, to get it started, in the front, you'll notice some little pink clock hands there, so use your telekinesis ability on the clock hands, and you'll actually place them on the hands of that statue there, and he'll start smacking them like some sort of instrument there, and then that will cause the Minikit to appear to the right of the statues, which just leaves 2 more Minikits. So we're going to fly up here onto the high right side, and we're just going to get some story done here. We actually use Venom here, and we're actually using Venom here, and then we're going to drop down below, and we're going to build up these parts, and then we actually build up a strength handle, and then some of my elite game knowledge comes into play here. I know that Venom can actually transform into a big version of himself, so a big fig Venom there, so we will go ahead and transform into him, which is pretty cool. Actually a nice little touch, which is kind of random. Maybe there's a comic with a big version of Venom. I don't actually know. If someone wants to let me know, feel free to leave that down below in the comments. And we're just going to pull down these grapple plugs here with Spider-Man. And then that's going to pull down that big A. And then over here on the left, we're going to actually get Minikit 9, which is a bit of a lengthy Minikit, because there are actually 5 of these golden, I don't even know what you call them, some sort of fans, little gold devices, something, I don't really know, some rotating devices. So the first one was over there on the left, the second one is over here on the right on top of this little building here. And then we're going to fly into the main boss arena of this level. And then we're going to melt the third one here just off to the left. And then once we fly a little bit further in, we just take a couple steps. And then the massive Sandman, which we remember this from story, which is all the way back. This was the first story, obviously. But he's going to initiate a little bit of a battle with us, which is going to be a mistake for him. But anyways, over here in the back left-hand side, we stand a little too close to this gold device. And Iron Man was just like, I don't even know, he was going kind of crazy there as he was melting that gold object, but we kind of decide, yeah, we'll move away, and that makes it a bit easier. So then we melt the fourth one, and then the fifth one's over here on the kind of back right hand side at the bottom of that little ramp there. Then we're going to fly up here, and we're going to tackle Minikit 10, so the last Minikit of this level. We're going to fly up here, use Hulk to pull the strength handle, which is obviously going to blow up this water tank, which is going to reveal two things. First and foremost, some pieces, which we'll just build to get them out of the way. But then you'll also notice a little water puddle there. So, if you remember, Iceman, who we haven't really used much, I think we literally used him like once in the whole game in the X-Men level. But he's actually handy because he can freeze water, if you remember. So, I mean, it should be pretty obvious that Iceman has ice powers. So, yeah, we're going to actually freeze the water into a pretty cool water slide here, or I guess ice slide. And then we'll slide down it. Look at that, he's just sitting there. And we go sliding all the way down, so that's a fun one to get as Minikit number 10. So that's it for all the collectibles for this one. If you are happy with that, you can feel free to go ahead and save and exit. But we are just going to finish out the level because, well, that's just kind of what we've always done. And is what we will continue to do because, you know, you might need some extra help with the end of the level. Now, fortunately enough, this one doesn't have too much story stuff to end. We just have to do a couple things to defeat the Sandman boss fight, but some levels might end up having more story stuff to finish out than others. I mean, I haven't done any other levels outside of this one yet, but I'm going to probably assume that that's probably going to be right. But yeah, if you don't remember, all we have to do is just take out, or just build up a couple things. We obviously had to shoot that water gun at him, then the second one was we had to throw that like concrete mixer, and then here we have to actually fill up this water tank in the middle by pulling these two levers, which we first have to reveal. One is by pulling a grapple point, and then another is by blowing up some silver debris over it, then, or silver cover, and then we'll pull on the grapple plug, which will release the water from the water tank, and then that is going to go ahead and drop the Sandman all the way down, and then we'll hit him one last time in the face, and then that's actually going to take us to the final totals. Now, that is Sand Central Station all done and dusted. You can see, look at that, we got like 9 million in that one level, so yeah, having those multipliers is going to be really cool. And as I mentioned, speaking of multipliers, there is going to be a Deadpool mission coming up that we'll be able to do partway through the free play, and that's going to get us another one of those multipliers, so that is very nice. But True Believer, we already had it. In fact, we already got all the True Believers in story mode. We were undefeated, we didn't miss a single one. But you can see all the Minikits racking up here, or stacking up, and then you can see this, it's kind of like building some sort of picture there, and then it says comic unlocked, but it doesn't show us the comic. I think that was like a little glitch. I think it's supposed to show you the comics, but we'll actually see it at the end here. So Stanley in Peril, we did free, and then we got 2 gold bricks, 1 for Minikits, and 1 for Stanley in Peril. So you can see there the comic there in the bottom left hand side. In fact, there's actually an achievement revolving around those comics, but we'll do that probably at the end of free play. You'll see that in due time. But anyways, folks, that is actually going to do it for the first free play. For the main levels. Level 1, Sand Central Station, free play. If you did enjoy this one, a like would certainly be appreciated. If you found it helpful as well, a like would certainly be appreciated. But, yeah, we got through. We got the 10 Minikits and the Stanley in Peril. And that's basically going to do it for me for this one. But before I sign out, I do just want to say a thank you for all the support. We have just hit 100 subscribers. as of recording this, and obviously I know we're doing it. I'm sticking this at the end of the video, and a lot of people have probably clicked off by now, and I will probably mention it in the next video at the beginning. But yeah, a huge thank you. That means so much, and let's keep growing this channel. But yeah, I might do a special video for 100 subs. I might play some sort of game or something, but we'll see what we feel like doing. But yeah, folks, that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for me for this one. Again, if you found it helpful or entertaining, like, certainly be appreciated. Also, feel free to subscribe, comment, and all that fun stuff. All the support, again, immensely appreciated. It means the world. And until the next one, I will see all of you later. See everybody. Bye.